and on this side I'm going to have my Windows 10 VirtualBox, and these two computers, they are all in one network. It's a NAT network, so everything that I'm gonna do here, they are all in a VirtualBox. This is a safe environment to do this kind of stuff. Alright, so the first person to subscribe to my video, I'm gonna give them a free sock. Alright, so if you know you really want that sock, subscribe to my video, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. Alright, so enough of talking, but today's video we are going to talk about backdoors. Make a backdoor, and then we are going to host that backdoor to our Apache web server. And then first let's do this. Service Apache 2 start. So this will start our Apache server. It runs without any problem, and then we can come back to this window machine. Let's open a Microsoft Edge here, and let's go to our IP address. My Kali IP address is 10.0.2.8, and you can see our web server is up and running. To actually, if you want to know what your IP address, you can come here and type ifconfig, and this is your IP address right there. Alright, so basically today we are going to create a backdoor and actually host it on this web server. So if anyone come to our website and download that file is going to run in their background. If they download it and run into their computer, it's going to download in their background, and also it's going to give us access to their computer. I know it's scary stuff, but this is actually happening in real life. So I've already went in and actually create a file that on my web server. I think I named it backdoor, yes. So that's a file. Basically this is a file on my my web server. I don't have any file downloaded in here yet, so today that's what we're going to do. We're going to create an evil file. Another way of saying that we're going to create a virus that if when anyone downloads it, it's going to give us access to their computer. Alright, so today we are going to use a program called Veil. Basically, this program can be able to generate backdoor just like FatRat or Empire. Alright, to actually get your own copy of Veil, you can first say apt-get update. Okay, you can it says apt-get space install Veil. Alright, so basically I've already have Veil installed in my machine. So for you, you're gonna have to go through all the installation process, and once you're done, just type Veil, and then you'll be able to have this screen right here, and this is the way you can actually navigate. So if you say exit, you're going to exit out of this information. You can get information, list, option, update, and all of that. Let's just say update again. Alright, update. Alright, so this is gonna update Veil again. It's up to date. I just want to show you how we can use this information right here. Okay, and now let's say use. So today we are going to use Evasion. So we can say use 1. So it's gonna open Evasion, and this also how you can navigate through Evasion. So we can say list. Let's say list payloads. So this is going to list all 41 payloads. Alright, so all 41 payloads that was shown here is going to list them. And so today we are going to use 22. this payload. Honestly guys, I don't know any PowerShell language, but we can use Google to for the information. And I know it's Meterpreter. Basically Meterpreter is the program created by Metasploit. It's actually a really big framework. It's a big framework, look into it. And then the rev, so basically rev stands for reverse. So if this user actually download this file, it's going to give us a reverse connection to our computer, and then with that we can be able to access their files. We can be able to do all that evil stuff that some people call it. And then TCP, that's the connection we're gonna get. And the py, that's I think it's the Python file it's written. All right, so actually my window box just quit. I'm gonna come back here and start it again. I'm gonna start this again. I don't know, it's just stopped. All right, so okay, so we're gonna say use 22. So use 22, we are going to, so basically we want to make this file as stealth as possible. The way antivirus software works, they already have all these hashes. They have like a really big database of hashes, and those hashes, they're like viruses that let's say if someone like my Windows machine have the antivirus software in my Windows machine is Windows Defender. So I know my Windows Defender is going to flag this as a virus because someone else already created something like this. But we can make ours as unique as possible, whereby we can change this option sleep. We can make our virus to sleep for some time. We can give us as many processors as we can, and we are going to change the port. Basically, you can just do your own research on how to use Veil and all that. So today I just want to make it as short as possible. Maybe part 2 video it's going to show you how we can actually make this as executable. Alright, so my machine is just finished here. Let me log in really quick so we can go back to where we were. I don't know why this keeps shutting down. Alright, so we're gonna let it load. Let's come here and let's split this first. As I already show you how to get your own IP address. So this is where we're gonna be listening. So we can say set lhost. So that's the IP address we're gonna be listening to 10.0.2.8. So I know your IP address is gonna be different, and we can set L port. Sorry guys, to 8080. The reason I set it to 8080 is because I know for sure my my Apache server is running on port okay, we're back there. My Apache server, yeah, look, you see here it's running on port 80, so I just don't want to have conflict. This is gonna be running on port 8080, so they are all like web servers, so I just don't want all of them to run on port same port. Alright, so back here again. As I say, you can change the sleep option. Just say set and then type sleeps option, and then you can set it as many seconds or minutes or hours you want it to sleep. Alright, let me exit out of this first. Oops. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna change those two options. So you can say options, and then you can see your option actually changes. But you can go ahead and change the sleep option too. You can change the processor options if you want to, but for me I'm just gonna leave it like that for right now. And then to generate this, just type generate. Alright, so it's going to generate it, and then now we are going to name this file. Let's call it Evo file. How about that? Evo file. Let's do this. Evo file. Sorry guys, I cannot type today. This is a new keyboard, so. Alright, so we're gonna name Evo file. Alright, so this file, it's already, so the language is PowerShell. I don't know anything about PowerShell, but we're gonna use Google. The payload is Metapreter. Again, Metapreter is created by Metasploit, and then reverse, that's a reverse connection. It's gonna be a TCP, and we're gonna copy this. This is gonna come in handy later on. Let's open our leaf pad here, and let's paste this here, and also I'm gonna write this source file, copy this and paste it here again, guys. So this is ends with BAT, so we wanted to end we wanted this to end in exe, basically executable, and then that way if someone download this executable, we can be able to have that reverse connection. All right, so now we can actually, let's go to this file so we can actually move it to our we can move this to our the backdoor file that we host on our web server. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna open our file here, backslash, and then let's paste it. Okay, so I actually already have another file, but I know for sure this is the one we created, so we can copy it, and then we're gonna go to our web server. So this web server right here, it's at var www html, so we can go inside here and paste it here. All right, so by the way, if you want to know how to create this backdoor file, you can just say new folder. You can name anything you want to name it, really. You can name anything you want, and then just hit create. It's going to create it, and then you can host it right there. Okay, so we can come here to our window machine. Let's say refresh. All right, so that's the bat file we have installed in here. All right, so what we can also do, I'm done with this. Let's save this on our desktop. We can name it Evo Backdoor Evo file. All right, let's just name it that, and then save. Let's get out of this. So we're basically done with this. We can do that, and so yeah. So now let's just go in, actually see. Let's see how many virus software that are out there that they can detect this file that we made as a virus. All right, so you can use no distribute. I'm gonna leave it in the description. This is really laggy. Most of the time for me it does not work. Sometimes I change my my VPN and it still does not work. But there's also anti-scan me. I like this one, and this one most of the time it does work. So we're gonna locate our file. Okay, so before we actually open that file, I know for sure it's not going to work. It's because the file it ends with BAT. Remember that. So it ends with BAT, so it's not executable. So what we need to do, we need to make this file right here to end to exe, executable basically. So I've created this file right here. I have converted to exe. So what we're going to do, we're going to open it, and then we are going to check, scan the file. So we're going to check this file that I created early on to see how many antivirus software can detect it or flags it as a virus. Alright, so we just have to wait for it to load. I can come here. Let's yeah, so that's the bat file we created. I know it's not going to work for this one because this one really lags, and also I don't know if it actually accepts the file that end with this extension. But with this with the exe file, you can see currently this window machine right here, I have a window defender installed into it. So window defender was able to detect this as a virus, and if you have any this like if you have this virus right here, you know your machine will be compromised. So maybe in the next video, because I just don't want to make this video as long, so I'll show you how to download this software that can be able to change this bat file to executable file. That's the reason it does not work. So no distributor does not work either because they get a lot of traffic. Alright, so maybe in the next video, in next week, I'll show you, I'm actually going to show you how we can create and change that file. See, this the error is giving me. So I'm going to show you how we can we can make this file ends with exe. Alright, so for now, be safe out there, make sure you wear that mask, and spread the news. Alright, bye. I'll see you next week in another video.